गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग। आज हम 11th केमिस्ट्री के सेकेंड चैप्टर स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एटम्स के पॉइंट्स डिस्कस करेंगे। इस चैप्टर में बहुत सारे की कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं जो हमारे लिए एकेडमिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इम्पोर्टेंट तो हैं ही, मगर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम्स में भी इनसे काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं। सबसे पहला की पॉइंट है डाल्टन्स एटॉमिक थ्योरी, दूसरा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड प्रोटॉन्स, देन द थर्ड वन थॉमसन्स एटॉमिक मॉडल, रदरफोर्ड एटॉमिक मॉडल, न्यूट्रॉन, atomic mass, atomic numbers, photoelectric effect and features of atomic spectra. In this video we will try to finish these 5 key points only, and rest points will be covered in the next part of this chapter. So let's continue with the topic. First of all, introduction. Since we are dealing with the structure of atoms, then first of all we should have the idea about the term atom. The word atom has been derived from the Greek word atomos, atmos, meaning uncut or indivisible. Between the era of 460 to 370 BC, Democritus uses the term atmos as a prominent of the discontinuous matter concept. Means the term atom was used to describe a substance which cannot be divisible. Means atmos term का यूज़ उस सब्सटेंस को डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए किया गया जिसको अनडिविजिबल माना जा रहा था, जिसे हम फिजिकल या केमिकल मेथड से डिवाइड ना कर सकें, उसको एटमॉस कहा गया, जिसे हम प्रेजेंट टाइम में एटम कहते हैं। और ये वर्ड किस लैंग्वेज का है? ग्रीक लैंग्वेज का है, एटमॉस, जिससे एटम टर्म को डिराइव किया गया। एटम के ऊपर सबसे ज़्यादा रिमार्केबल काम सर जॉन डाल्टन ने किया, और एटम्स के ऊपर प्रूव किए हुए उनके पॉइंट्स डाल्टन एटॉमिक थ्योरी के रूप में जाने जाते हैं। ऑल द वर्क डन बाय सर जॉन डाल्टन ऑन एटम हैज़ बीन कवर्ड under a theory which is named after him as Dalton's atomic theory. So as you can see that in the early 1800, the English chemist John Dalton led to the acceptance of the idea of atoms as neutral, tiny and indivisible particles. Means according to Sir John Dalton, atom is a neutral substance which is very tiny and cannot be further dividable. That is, it is indivisible. It cannot be divided into further smaller parts. The main postulates of the Dalton atomic theory are as under. First of all, elements are made up of tiny particles called atoms. All atoms of a given element are identical. The atoms of a given element are different from those of any other element. Means, first of all, it says that elements are made up of tiny particles which are actually atoms, and all atoms of an element are identical. Means, we can say that the elements are formulated by identical atoms, and the atoms of different elements are also different. Now the next point is, atoms of one element can combine with other atoms of so let's again focus on the same point. Atoms of one element can combine with the atoms of other element to form compounds. A given compound always has same relative number and types of atoms. Means, according to Sir John Dalton, atom used to combine with the atoms of other elements to produce compounds, and a given compound will always have relative number of atoms of the participating elements. Means, a compound used to have a fixed related number of the combining elements, and this number cannot be changed. Atoms are indivisible in chemical processes. That is, atoms are not created or destroyed in the chemical reaction. According to this theory, atoms cannot be divided even after applying the chemical methods, and therefore it can be said that atoms cannot be created nor destroyed. A chemical reaction simply changes the way of atoms they are grouped together. We can simply say that when a chemical reaction occurs and the formation of compounds take place, the arrangement of atoms also changes from their original arrangement. So as the time passes, this theory, that is Dalton's atomic theory, was started in taking use, but while using and with the passage of time, some discoveries are also carried out, some practical experiments are also taken place, and after those experiments it has been noticed that there are some drawbacks or limitations under the Dalton's atomic theory. First of all, an atom can be further subdivided into protons, neutrons and electrons. However, an atom is the smallest particle which take parts in the chemical reaction. Means, after a series of experiments like cathode ray experiment, anode ray experiment, etc., it has been already noticed that an atom can be divided into protons, electrons and neutrons, and hence we can say that atom is not indivisible, atom is not immortal. It is formulated by the combination of protons, neutrons and electrons, and can be divided back into these three particles, that is protons, electrons and neutrons. However, it has also been proven that only atom is the part which used to take part in the chemical reaction. Simply we can say that atom is the particle of an element which actually responsible for the chemical activity of that element. Atoms are only involved in the happening of a chemical reaction. Now the second drawback. Atoms of some elements vary in their masses and density. Chlorine has two isotopes having the masses 35 and 37 AMU. Means the Dalton's atomic theory has not given any idea about the isotopes and isobars, and therefore this isotopes and isobar existence led to a drawback in this Dalton atomic theory. Now the theory completely fails to explain the existence of allotropes like isotopes and isobar. It has also not explained the existence of allotropes, and therefore this theory has not been accepted any further. It is just an introductory part in the present area while studying the structure of atom. Means डाल्टन एटॉमिक थ्योरी मात्र एक स्मॉल फाउंडेशन पार्ट है स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एटम के बारे में स्टडी करने के लिए. वी कैन नॉट completely rely on the Dalton atomic theory to study the structure of an atom. So, after counting the demerits, we must look at the merits of this theory. So, it has enabled us to explain the laws of chemical combination. As I have already explained in the first chapter that a chemical process will be taken as a chemical process if it obeys the laws of chemical combinations, and it is the only Dalton's atomic theory which has clearly explained about the laws of chemical combination. Dalton was the first person to recognize a workable distinction between the ultimate particle of an element, that is atom, and that of a compound, that is molecule. Means after Dalton's theory only we were able to describe the difference between an atom and a molecule. Now let's have the look at the characteristics of electrons and protons. So while performing the cathode ray tube experiment, which is also referred as the CRT experiment, which was actually performed by Sir J.J. Thomson. So the electron was discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson during the studies of the passage of electricity through gases at extremely low pressure and under ordinary conditions. Gases are poor conductors of heat and electricity. However, when high voltage is applied to them at low pressure, the gases become good conductors and electricity begin to flow in the form of rays. See, simply we can study the discovery of electron as a profitable result of the CRT experiment. Sir J.J. Thomson has performed an experiment known as CRT experiment, that is cathode ray tube experiment. To perform this experiment, a discharge tube was taken under which an electric field is applied, and on passing the current, the rays originated from cathode terminal and passed towards the anode terminals in a straight line. Since the origin of rays has been from the cathode, and therefore these rays were referred as cathode rays, and the entire experiment was referred as cathode ray tube experiment. During this experiment, Sir J.J. Thomson realized that the cathode rays are actually negatively charged, and these rays are formulated by the small particles, and those particles can be referred as electrons. Since they are responsible for the flow of electricity, and therefore those particles which have formulated the cathode rays are referred as electron, and therefore the discovery of electrons was done by Sir J.J. Thomson. By which experiment? By the help of CRT, that is cathode ray tube experiment. Simply we can say that electrons are discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson while performing the CRT experiment. Now, some specific characteristics of an electron. So first of all, mass. The mass of an electron is 1 by 1837 of the mass of hydrogen atom. Since the mass of hydrogen atom is taken as 1 AMU, that is atomic mass unit, the relative mass of an electron will be equal to 1 by 1840 AMU. The absolute mass of electron is taken as 9 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram, or in SI system we may say that it is 9 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Now the charge. So first of all we came to understood that electron is a subatomic particle. It was discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson while performing the CRT experiment, that is cathode ray tube experiment, and the mass of electron is given by 9 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, or 9 into 10 to the power minus 28 grams, and the charge present on an electron, or the charge carried by an electron, is 1.6 into 10 to the power 19 coulombs, and the charge of electron is taken as the negative charge. Now proton. See, there are a number of experiments which has been done after CRT experiment, and those experiments have collectively helped the scientists to discover the proton. Sir Goldstein has performed an experiment, and his experiment was referred as anode ray experiment, as the rays originated from the anode terminal, which is generally positive terminal. So we may say that during the era of the discovery of the second subatomic particle, proton, Sir Goldstein performed an experiment known as the ART, anode ray tube experiment, which was just like the CRT experiment performed by Sir J.J. Thomson. And on studying the experimental reports of Sir Goldstein, the proton term has been coined by Sir Rutherford, and therefore the discovery of proton has been designated to Sir Rutherford, not to the Goldstein, because the term has been coined and explained by Sir Rutherford on studying the experimental evidences of the Goldstein. Now, the mass. Since the proton is also a subatomic particle like electron, so it also have a mass like electron, and the mass of electron is given by 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, and the charge present on an electron is on the proton is 1.6022 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Since this is the smallest positive charge carried by a particle, so this is taken as the unit of positive charge, and we say that relative charge of proton is 1. Now, the concept 3, Thomson's atomic model. See, after studying the Dalton's atomic theory, the CRT experiment, the ART experiment, a curiosity has arisen in the minds of people to have an idea about the structure of it. Means एटम्स के ऊपर बढ़ते हुए एक्सपेरिमेंट्स और रिसर्चेस के कारण एक उत्सुकता का जन्म हुआ कि इस एटम दिखता कैसा है, व्हाट इज एक्चुअली द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एन एटम। जैसे भी एक ह्यूमन नेचर है कि जैसे जैसे हमारे पास कलेक्शन ऑफ थॉट्स आते जाते हैं, वी start preparing a picture, an imaginary sketch of that thing, and that zeal of preparing these imaginary sketch based on the collection of thoughts done by an individual leads to develop a curiosity, leads to the development of curiosity, and under the same curiosity people approaches Sir J.J. Thomson as he has done the discovery of electrons and asked him that, sir, what is the possible structure of an atom? Since at that point of time only electron was discovered, so Sir J.J. Thomson picturized the structure of atom by the help of the TS of a watermelon, that is by the help of transverse section of a watermelon. See, he said that the entire orange portion or the red portion is referred as the sphere of positive electricity, and all the seeds submerged in the watermelon are actually the electrons. So he symbolizes his atomic model as the TS of watermelon and proposed his model. So the Thomson atomic model looks like the TS of a watermelon, and therefore it is also referred as what? As the palm pudding model. So Thomson atomic model is referred as the TS of watermelon model and also as the palm pudding model. थॉमसन एटॉमिक मॉडल को ही पाम पुडिंग मॉडल के नाम से जाना जाता है। और ये दिखता कैसे है? तो ये दिखता है टीएस ऑफ वाटरमेलन के जैसे। जैसे एक वाटरमेलन यानी तरबूज में बीज सबमर्ज्ड रहते हैं, धसे हुए रहते हैं, वैसे ही एक एटम के अंदर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स सबमर्ज्ड रहते हैं और बीजों के ऊपर जो रेड कलर का पल्प होता है वो पॉजिटिव इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का काम करता है और टोटल पॉजिटिव चार्ज टोटल नेगेटिव चार्ज के इक्विवेलेंट होता है। सो द स्ट्रक्चर बिकम्स स्टेबल। सो दिस इज हाउ सर Thomson has promoted the structure of atom, and this structure has been accepted by the scientists till the discovery of proton. So this is all in this part. If you have any kind of queries or doubts, then please mention it in the comment section, or you may write personally to me on my WhatsApp number already given to you people in the group. Thank you.